We're getting ready to go over this lawsuit from UMG. Well, not lawsuit, this motion to dismiss is what they have filed. And y'all, is wild. That's all I'm going to say. It is wild. It is wild. I was not prepared for what I read at all. Not even close. Not even close. I see y'all making it in. Make sure you hit the like button. Throw my bubbles up. Bianca the Beautiful is back in the chat. Hey, y'all. Gaby said, I'm first. Magalie Lamar, number 2. All right, all right, all right. My sisters are in here. Okay, Sandy's back. Gaby, all right, all right. Y'all thumbs up this video. Quiet Storm in the house. Quiet Storm, you say you got the notification for this one. Uh-huh. You see what I'm saying? That one, nothing. I come in here, then they send you a notification. That's why I say they playing dirty. It's okay. You know, we do what we got to do, right? DS is back, driving and listening. You better be careful with that driving and listening. You better be careful with that driving and listening. Oh, Nicole Matthews, you only get these notifications. See, that's what I'm saying. They will not give y'all the stream yards, and I don't know why. But you know, it is what it is. If it's something that they got going, they don't really want us using StreamYard, or maybe it's just me. I don't know. Hey, Adrian Marie, she says she got her notification. You see how they do me? It's all right. We ain't gonna make it no better and no worse. We're not. We ain't gonna make it no better and no worse, right? Y'all get on in here. Throw up them bubbles, like this video, share this video. Magaline says she got both. Okay. Miss Sparkle is back. All right, all right. So hold on. Let's go ahead. Tracy Lashley is here. Okay, she says she got her notification. Because we got to get into what's going on, because it's hilarious. Sweet Beloved is back. Yo, and y'all be careful, because my mods are in the chat. You see these beautiful ladies with wrenches? They really are not to be played with. I don't even know another way to say it to you. Hey, Charbel, how you doing? So y'all, please be on your best behavior. My moderators are beautiful ladies, but they do not mess around. Okay, in real life. Hey, happy to be happy. All right, all right. So yeah, so like I said, y'all behave yourselves, be sweet in here, because you know my mods, those ladies, really not what you want to be playing with. That's all I'm gonna say. It's not who. That's really not who you want to play with. I believe that they're gonna want you to find something safe to do. That's what I believe. Now I can't swear to it. I cannot swear to that. But I get the distinct notion that they're gonna want you to find something safe to do. Okay? So like I was saying, oh, Must Win Monday. I like that name. Well, what we talking about, Charbel, is this motion to dismiss from UMG to Drake. And baby, they are using his past lyrics, his past behaviors, and whatnot against him. And they are not sparing him at all. It is rough, girl. It's rough. So we're gonna go through this document and we're gonna see what they said, because they said they want it dismissed. They want it dismissed, and they're not playing at all. That's all I'm saying. Hold on. Gob Gob, how are you? Welcome. Y'all, please, if you see somebody new, please welcome them. As I always say, if this is your first time on the porch where we get into other people's business and can't stay out of it, please put FTL for first time live so that we can welcome you personally and individually because we are indeed happy to have you here. Okay. So, hey, Elizabeth. I hope ain't nobody cutting up yet, honey. I hope nobody has the urge to cut up yet. Elizabeth, this your first time live. Y'all welcome Elizabeth in the chat. Can you please spam the chat with the word welcome for Elizabeth? I did go ahead and pin my cash app in the chat. If you want to support your host, please support your host. Because y'all know them super chats, I think they're taking like 40%. We don't really see that. But whatever you want to do, like the video, send up bubbles, share the video. If you want to throw a couple of quarters, we appreciate it because that's how we stay on the air. But if you can't do that, then please at least like the video and make sure you participate in the chat because I want to hear what you got to say too, okay? And I see the folks telling you, welcome, welcome, Elizabeth. We're happy to have you here. Please don't let it be your last time. And please subscribe to the channel so we can see you again. Now, y'all, let's get to why we're here. Okay? Let's get to why we're here. Travell said, I ain't gonna let anybody shame Drake. He's a legend. Well, you ain't gotta shame him, baby, but UMG is roasting. And we're gonna read it. Okay? And what we brought to the community is just undescribable. It's a no, baby. No, it's not a no over here. Because I'm going to tell you. Now, I like you and you're welcome. But dear heart, I don't like Drake. I don't like him at all. I think he's been a pariah and a cancer to not just hip hop culture, but black culture, period. So I don't like anything about Drake. I promise you that. Not one little thing about him do I like. Hey, the divine Miss M. But I love you, though. No, baby, I'm black, black. That's the strange thing to say. I'm not mad at it, Dominic, but shout out to the people from Venezuela. But I am black, black. My mama's black and my daddy's blacker. Mm-hmm. Born and raised in Ocala, Florida. I am a Florida Negro. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this ain't no exotical. I'm not other. I'm black. As in good and. Hey, Money Grip. Thank you, Elizabeth. You know black people come in lighter complexions, right? I hope you know that, dear. Hey, Donna. Is that, how do you say that? Rinja? Hi, Donna. Welcome. I don't know why they blocked that. Adrian, you right. Black, black. That's what I am. Black and blacker. Oh, that's a fair question, Shabelle, if you want me to answer that. The reason I say that little Aubrey, has been a cancer to the black community, not just for what we believe that he did to Triple X, to that young man, Lil Jase, but because he cosplayed as a black American when he's not one. He portrayed some of the most harmful stereotypes, and it's not even because he's a product of it, but he portrayed that as a caricature, and that was his way of telling us how he saw us and how he saw the youth over here. He also portrayed a version of masculinity where the lines were blurred and encouraged young black men to emasculate themselves. Like, I think that he's been very harmful. I don't see anything positive about him at all. Hey, Ghost, we're getting ready to read those documents from UMG, honey. Welcome. Dominic, Bianca's black too. She's got 2 black parents, 4 black grandparents. Okay? Not sure why you're so obsessed with how black we are, but we're pretty black over here. Hey, JC, from Detroit. All right, one of our Detroit ladies. It's so cold in the D. Where's T Baby? I love T Baby. Hey, Tehran. Yeah, Bianca, it's a little weird. We ain't gonna block him yet, but that was super weird to be obsessing over skin tones of black women like we don't come in all colors. I'm the nicest. Thank you, Elizabeth. So listen, let me flip this camera, baby, because we got documents to read. We have documents to read. Oh no. The Divine Miss M says cold in St. Louis too. No, that was a song. It was this girl from Detroit called T Baby. This was like what, 2010, 2011, and she had that song It's So Cold in the D. And people was picking at T Baby, but I love T Baby. I love T Baby. T Baby made me happy. Okay. Now that's who ain't no slander on. No, nobody better not never slander T Baby. I love T Baby. Okay, she kept it real. She was real hood. Chabelle say, but one thing, if he likes minors, we ain't gotta shame him for it. Yes, we do have to shame him if he like children. Tehran, you remember T Baby? Yeah, T Baby was that girl. I love T Baby. I like real girls. I like people that's just real. And T Baby seems so authentic to me. She made me happy in my heart. T Baby made me happy. So, well, girl, if your skin is white, then moisturize. You get what you get, okay? None of us got to pick our skin color. You get what you get. Moisturize, take good care of it, and there you go. And then you got nothing to worry about, right? At least I don't know anyone who picked their skin tone. I've never met anyone who could. So let's get into these documents. Y'all stop being strange about complexions in here. I'm not sure who started that, but cut it out. So the document is here. It's here. This is the United States District Court, Southern District of New York. This is Aubrey. I almost called that boy Audrey. Aubrey Drake Graham, the plaintiff, and UMG Records, Inc., the defendant. Okay. Now, this is UMG's Recordings, Inc. Memorandum of Law in support of its motion to dismiss. Okay. Hey, Coco Coleman. Yep, Lawbury. That's what y'all been calling him. I heard somebody online call him the petition poppy. I say, my Lord. So y'all see there's a whole table of contents. We're not going to read that because why? We're going to get right to what they said and when they said it. I'm not interested in the table of contents, but y'all see that it's a doozy. It's 32 pages, and so far, the first 6 of them has been table of contents, right? So let's get to what was said and who done said it, okay? So they started with a quote from Drake, which is kind of hilarious. Hey, Abundance and Clarity, how you been? They started with a quote from him that says, yeah, I want it all. That's why I strive for it. Diss me, you'll never hear a reply for it. And they quoted Drake from his song Successful, right? Now, this is what they wrote. Plaintiff, one of the most successful recording artists of all time, lost a rap battle that he provoked and in which he willingly participated instead of accepting the loss like an unbothered rap artist he often claims to be. He has sued his own record label in a misguided attempt to salve his wounds. These people saying you pretend to be unbothered, and this is the time for you to be unbothered. You provoked the battle, you got it, right? That's what they're saying. UMG is basically saying you started the fight, you got whooped, just go home. And they're saying that you're trying to sue us to make yourself feel better because they said, they use lots more, eloquent language here. He sued his own record label in a misguided attempt to salve his own wounds. Okay? Plaintiff's complaint is utterly without merit and should be dismissed with prejudice, meaning that he can't bring it back again. That's what they wanted. They wanted dismissed with prejudice, so you can't refile. Introduction. In the spring of 2024, 2 of the most popular recording artists in the world, Kendrick Lamar and Aubrey Drake Graham, engaged in a high-profile rap battle over the course of approximately 2 months. They exchanged increasingly vitriolic and incendiary diss tracks, sometimes responding within hours of each other. Drake encouraged the feud, for example, when he felt that Lamar was taking too long to respond. Drake released a song recording in which he goaded Lamar to continue the public rap battle. Y'all remember drop, drop, drop. Lamar did just that. And collectively, ooh, hold on. And collectively, Drake and Lamar released a total of 9 tracks aimed at each other. Multiple commentators declared Lamar to be the winner of the battle. Not like us, the ooh, penultimate track in the feud is the subject of the complaint. The recording and music video were released by Lamar through defendant UMG on March 4th of 2024. Not Like Us was a massive commercial artistic success. The record was the best-selling rap record of 2024 and won the Grammy Award for Record of the Year. The accompanying music video won the Grammy Award for Best Music Video. Which is true. The song Not Like Us won the Grammy Award for Song of the Year and has become a ubiquitous cultural phenomenon. Among other things, Lamar performed the song at the 2025 Super Bowl halftime show to a record audience, and Saturday Night Live parodied it in its recent 50th anniversary special. Not Like Us, like all of the recordings in the feud between Drake and Lamar, and like many notorious diss tracks throughout rap history, consist of a series of hyperbolic insults. Drake has been pleased to use UMG's platform to promote diss tracks leveling similarly incendiary attacks at Lamar, including, most significantly, that Lamar engaged in domestic violence and that one of Lamar's business partners and managers is the true father of Lamar's son. I knew this was going to end up happening. I knew this was going to end up happening, y'all. I knew that UMG was going to use the fact that he claimed that Kendrick was a wife beater with no proof in their motion to dismiss. I said it and I knew it was coming. So he opened his mouth to say he said this about me and he don't know it's true. UMG said Uno reverse. They hit him with the reverse Uno because you called him a wife beater and you don't know that to be true either, right? But now, after losing the rap battle, Drake claims that Not Like Us is defamatory. It is not. While the complaint, While the complaint focuses almost entirely on Not Like Us, as well as the conventions of the diss track genre, and thus critically ignores the context of the dispute. Assessed in context, as it must be, Not Like Us clearly conveys non-actionable opinion and rhetoric hyperbole. Diss tracks are a popular and celebrated art form centered around outrageous insults, and they would be severely chilled if Drake's suit were permitted to proceed. And that is what I was concerned about. That's what I was concerned about. What he's trying to do after inserting himself in our culture is change it to suit him. This creature is trying to gentrify hip hop. That's what he's doing. He's moving into hip hop, and now he's going to install a Starbucks and say that, yeah, y'all was having a dunk contest at the park, but now you can't do that because that's too loud for me and my baby Shih Tzu. That's what he's doing now. And that's correct. Everything that UMG put in here is absolutely correct. If he's allowed to do that, then that would absolutely completely chill. That would severely chill that whole aspect of hip hop, because hip hop is not just making catchy jingles and riding the waves of other creative black artists. That's not hip hop. But diss tracks is absolutely a time honored tradition in hip hop because it's a war of words. And quite frankly, I would much rather see our young men engage in a war of words rather than what we have seen over the years, which sometimes has ended in a war of bullets in the middle of the streets. And we know he doesn't have a problem with bullets because this is the person who put lyrics in tracks bragging about taking somebody's life by paying other people to do it. But I digress. He said it, I didn't. If it's a lie, he told it. So, anywho, Drake also alleges that Not Like Us constitutes second-degree harassment, but sues under a criminal statute that does not proscribe speech and has no private right of action. Finally, Drake claims that UMG's promotion of Not Like Us violates New York general business law. Apparently, that's subsection 349. I don't know what that is, y'all, but fails to allege any of the elements for that claim. Notably, less than 3 years ago, Drake himself signed a public petition criticizing the trend of prosecutors using artists' creative expressions against them by treating rap lyrics as literal fact. So wait a minute. Now UMG has thrown in there, less than 3 years ago, you signed a petition saying that prosecutors can't use rap lyrics as literal facts. But then you came in, hey, Auntie Eva, you came into this court filing for defamation and harassment, and you want to use rap lyrics as literal facts after signing a petition that prosecutors shouldn't be able to do that. Isn't that interesting? But that was probably because you didn't want Young Thug to go to jail, because you wanted to be able to use him later like you've been using all these other artists. See, UMG's request for judicial notice, example A, as Drake recognized, when it comes to rap, the final work product is of the artist's vision and imagination. Drake was right then and is wrong now. Ooh, they using his own words against him, y'all. The complaints, unjustified claims against UMG are no more than Drake's attempt to save face for his unsuccessful rap battle with Lamar. The court should grant UMG's motion to dismiss the complaint with prejudice. Now, this is what's crazy. Okay, Tracy Lashley, she said no Karens in hip hop. Absolutely none. They're saying you trying to save face because you got your behind beat. Okay? Well, that's good, Elizabeth. That's great. Statement of fact. A, the parties. Defendant UMG is a global music company. UMG represents more than 220 artists and brands worldwide and holds a catalog of more than 3.2 million recordings. 44 and 45. UMG represents artists through... What was that? Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Bam. UMG represents artists through inter alia recording, distribution, publishing, and third-party licensing. I don't need to know who y'all are like that. They doing too much. Okay, let's get to B. Because Section A was detailing who is involved in this litigation, and we already know that. So Drake and Lamar engage in vitriolic rap feud, right? This is what's written. Not Like Us, the recording at the center of this action, was released as part of a rap beef between Drake and Lamar. The artist feud reportedly traces its origins back more than a decade, but broke into the public domain in early 2024 when Drake and Lamar began trading diss tracks, sometimes within the same hour. Drake and Lamar's feud was not unique in the rap world. In the world of rap feuds where artists trade diss tracks insulting each other have existed pretty much since the beginning of rap in the 1970s. Oh, Lord, they took it back to the 70s, y'all. A number of storied feuds have occurred throughout rap history, including the Roxanne Wars. Yes, Roxanne and Roxanne Shante. Some of y'all too young to remember that. That took me back. And then the Roxanne with UTFO, yep, as well as feuds between Nas and Jay-Z, Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown, Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj. They left out LL and Cannabis. They left out LL and Kool Moe Dee. I'm just saying. Then I guess they didn't have to list them all, but we've had some good ones, is what I'm trying to say. Now their little footnote here, as described in the Pop Culture Happy Hour podcast transcript cited by Drake, Baby, they are using all of his words. Cited by Drake, rap feuding is the art of blood sporting music, a speculative exercise that highly sensationalizes long-standing rumors. Okay, so according to what he says, it's a speculative exercise that sensationalizes long-standing rumors, which everything that was said about Drake were indeed long-standing rumors. Okay, now that's what that was. A prolific rap feud combatant, having traded diss tracks with a number of artists, including Pusha T and Meek Mill. They brought up his old beefs too. Back to back lyrics, Drake diss track in the Meek Mill feud. Um, and then the Duppy freestyle lyrics, Drake's diss track in the Pusha T feud. Now the public feud between Drake and Lamar traces back. Dang, they going all the way back. It traces back to the October 2023 recording of First Person Shooter. And I'm glad they said that because everybody keeps pretending like that is what struck the match. No, First Person Shooter struck the match, okay? Because if y'all recall, Kendrick even mentioned First Person Shooter in the lyrics to Like That. So First Person Shooter struck the match. And shout out to UMG for keeping the timeline straight all the way back to the 70s. Go UMG. First Person Shooter by Drake and J. Cole, in which J. Cole rapped that he, Drake, and Lamar were the big three. First Person Shooter lyrics in response. Lamar appeared on the March 2024 track Like That with artists Future and Metro Boomin, in which he rejected the notion that Drake and J. Cole were his equals. Okay, now that's what he said. Rapping Mother F the Big Three, Nig is just Big Me. Okay? Drake responded in April of 2024 with the track Push Ups, distributed by UMG. So they letting everybody know, letting the court know when he put out Push Ups, we distributed that too. We put all that out there. The recording takes aim at Lamar, insulting inter alia his height, how to F you big stepping with a size 7 men's on, and pipsqueak pipe down, you ain't no big three, and his career, your first number one, I had to put in your hand, your last one bricked, you really ain't on ish, and I'm at the top of the mountain just to have this talk with your A. I had to hike down. He also encouraged the feud, stating, and that effing song y'all got did not start the beef with us. This ish been brewing in a pot now. In a pot. Now I'm heating up. Then seemingly, right? Then seemingly impatient with the time it was taking Lamar to respond, Drake then released Tailor Made Freestyle on Instagram. The recording uses AI, artificial intelligence, to make it sound as if the voices of deceased rap icon Tupac Shakur and rapper Snoop Dogg are rapping Drake's lyrics in their voices. Drake taunts Lamar for his delay, more notably for present purposes. Drake urges Lamar in the voice of Tupac to talk about Drake liking young girls. And I knew this was going to come back to bite Aubrey on his, pearly pink tail. You told him in your AI diss track, talk about Drake liking young girls. You asked him to talk about you liking young girls. And now you're saying that it's defamation. Sir, this is what you requested, and this is what you were served. Okay? And then they put the lyrics in the document. Okay? The Divine Miss M said Drake did UMG's work for him, and he did. And he did. They put the lyrics in here. It says, Kendrick, we need you, the West Coast savior, engraving your name in some hip hop history. Just corny. If you deal with this viciously, you seem a little nervous about all the publicity. F this Canadian light skinned dot. We need a no debated West Coast victory, and he gave it to you. Man, call him a B for me. Talk about him liking little girls. That's a gift from me. Heard it on the Budden podcast. It's gotta be true. Don't blame Joe Budden for this, but he did. He blamed Joe Budden. Shout out to Joe Budden sometimes. In the voice of Snoop Dogg, Drake then calls on Lamar to release a new diss track. But still, you got to show this effing owl who's boss on the West. Now's a time to really make a power move. Because right now, it's looking like you writing out the game plan on how to lose. Oh, that's corny. How did y'all ever listen to him? How to bark up the wrong tree and then get your head popped in a crowded room. World is watching this chess game, but are you out of moves? Oh, Lord. He sounds like the Riddler. Y'all really like this dude? And in his own voice, Drake raps, since like that, your tone changed a little. You not as enthused. How are you not in the booth? It feel like you kinda removed. You trying to let this ish die down. Nah, nah, nah. Not this time, Nig. You following through. I guess you need another week to figure out how to improve. Imagine telling somebody with a Pulitzer Prize that they need to figure out how to improve. You have ghostwriters, he's got a Pulitzer, but you think he needed to figure out how to improve. Oh, how he was so wrong. What the F is taking so long? We waiting on you. Oh, wow. Listen at him. Lamar responded with 2 tracks. Yes, he did. Euphoria, released by UMG on April 30th, followed by 616 in LA, released by Lamar on Instagram on May 3rd. Euphoria lyrics. Okay, now they going to the Euphoria lyrics. All right, UMG, they say, look, if we got to deal with you black folks, we going to go ahead and put your lyrics out here and let y'all fight with each other. Hey, Lala Chanel, where you been? We miss you, boo. So, they said Euphoria lyrics, okay? The famous actor we once knew is looking paranoid and now spiraling. A pathetic master manipulator. I can smell the tails on you now. You're not a rap artist. You're a scam artist with hopes of being accepted. He criticizes Drake's music. He said, I make music that electrify him. You make music that pacify him. He attacks his use of Tupac's voice in Tailor Made and said, I'm ready to double the wage. I'd rather do that than let a Canadian nig make Pac turn in his grave. Attacks his parenting. Said, I got a son to raise, but I can see you don't know nothing about that. And insults his character and racial identity. And he did. That's true. Second footnote, Drake uses the brand OVO for various commercial endeavors, including his record label, OVO Sound. Okay, I guess we know about that. I don't care about that. They finish with more Euphoria lyrics saying, I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. That was hilarious. I swear, first time I heard that, I hollered. That boy crazy. Okay. So anyway, we know the lyrics. We ain't got to do it all. Lamar's insults continue in 616 in LA, where he raps that members of Drake's OVO team are disloyal. Have you ever thought that OVO is working for me? Fake bully, I hate bullies. You must be a terrible person. Everyone inside your team is whispering you deserve it. Drake responded approximately 14 hours later. Yes, Cory Booker. DMX did say it first. Rest in peace, Earl. We love DMX. He was really a genuine and unique soul, and the world will miss him forever. Thank you for mentioning him. Drake responded approximately 14 hours later on the evening of May 3rd with the track Family Matters, distributed by also UMG. Family Matters lyrics. The track is a scathing attack on Lamar, laden with hyperbolic slurs. Drake attacks, among other things, Lamar's authenticity. He said, you acting like an activist. It's make-believe. Mocks his height. He always said, I overlooked him. I was staring straight. The bars go over Kenny's head, no matter what I say. Imagine that. States that Lamar cheats on his fiance. Why did you move to New York? Is it because you live in that bachelor life, proposed in 2015, but don't want to make her your actual wife? I'm guessing this wedding ain't happening, right? Because we know the girls that you actually like. Your darkest secrets are coming to light. Which girl agreed to marry you, Drake? Just asking. Don't blame me. And asserts that one of Lamar's children was fathered by one of his business partners and managers, Dave Free. Your baby mama captions always screaming, "Save me." You did her dirty all your life and you trying to make peace. I heard one of them little kids might be Dave Free. Don't make it Dave Freeze. Because if your GM is your BM secret BD, then this is all making plenty effing sense to me. Wow. Shut the door, you're hilarious. You really think that many people want to marry him? Well, let's say this. The ones that might want to marry him are not the ones he wants. Because it looks like all the girls he wants don't want him. Can we agree on that, Sugar? It looks like all the girls he wants don't want him. That's why he's constantly crying on tracks and being generally disgusting. Because the women that he absolutely covets are coveting someone else. Yeah, he wanted her and she didn't want him. That's why she's with ASAP. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. The women he wants don't want him. See, it's cool to say somebody wants you, but you got to look at who wants you and who you want. And who he won't don't ever want him. That's the problem. So who did he get to agree to marry him is the question. Check that. Drake also raps that Lamar physically abuses his fiance, stating, when you put your hands on your girl, is it self-defense? Because she bigger than you. And they hired a crisis management team to clean up the fact that you beat on your queen. The recording also makes various other allusions to violence, including gun violence. Oh, wow. Drake opens that he has emptied the clip over friendlier jabs. Imagine that. Hey, Fatima, what's going on, boo? Thank you for being like number 39. So, emptied the clip over friendlier jabs. So, when did you empty the clip? Are you talking about them boys you paid to shoot at Little Jase down there in South Florida? Is that what you mean? Because I don't believe you've ever squeezed the trigger in your life. I don't think so. But if we go by his lawsuit, all of a sudden now he believes that lyrics are real. So is this for real? Are we to believe that you've ever actually held a firearm in your life? Is that what we're to believe, Aubrey? Okay. And ask which one of my so-called nigs need a shell from the clip. Baby, UMG is walking out all the lyrics. Come get this A whooping. I'm handing them out. The track closes with Drake stating, "You're dead, you're dead, you're dead. There's nowhere to hide. There's nowhere to hide." Multiple gunshot sounds at various points in the recording. Yeah, UMG is pointing it all out. All right, UMG. Lamar responded with two more back-to-back tracks. Meet the Grams, which was scary as hell. I don't care what nobody's saying. That was our first horror hip hop track. I've never heard hip hop horror before, but we heard it then. That was some spooky, creepy stuff. I like Kendrick, I really do. But if I'm being honest, he made me a little nervous with that one. But that's not why we're here. So we're gonna stick to what's going on. Okay, we're gonna stick to it. With Meet the Grams, followed by Not Like Us. And Meet the Grams released approximately 30 minutes after Family Matters. Yeah, I remember that night. It was a rough night. 30 minutes after Family Matters, Lamar directs his insults to various members of Drake's immediate family and to Drake himself. Now we got to Meet the Grams lyrics. I hope they don't read those because those were really creepy. Not Like Us was released on May 4th. Like the diss tracks before it, Not Like Us consists of hyperbolic insults. Lamar calls Drake's name. Why you trolling like a bee? Are you tired? And it was God's plan to show y'all the liar, which was another poke at the situation with XXX Tentacion with his helping hand challenge, and then Aubrey then trolled his helping hand challenge with a God's plan challenge and did a video, if y'all remember that. Okay. Mocks Drake's OVO brand image. The lyric said, "What OVO for the other vaginal option?" PUSSY. And what is the owl, bird nigs, and bird bees? Okay, it's a lot of cussing in here. Makes hyperbolic threats of violence. You think the Bay gonna let you disrespect Pac, nig? I think Oakland that Oakland show gonna be your last stop, nig. Attacks Drake's personal relationships, including alleging that Drake Drake had relations with rapper Lil Wayne's girlfriend. Well, Wayne told us that. Effed on Wayne's girl while he's in jail, that's conniving. And calls him a effing colonizer. Interfering inferring Drake's exploits other artists for fame and financial benefit, which we all know to be absolutely true. Whew. Taking up Drake's invitation in tailor-made freestyle to talk about Drake liking young girls. So now UMG is saying he does at some point and Not Like Us take up your invitation, because they're saying that Drake invited him to say these things, which he did, and we all heard him. So he said that UMG said that taking up Drake's invitation in tailor-made freestyle to talk about Drake liking young girls, Lamar also makes various statements at issue in the complaint, including, "Say Drake, I hear you like 'em young. You bet not ever go to cell block 1. To any bee that talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him." Okay. Now here's the problem. The problem with that is you ask him to say it. Shut the door. We're not talking about Cardi's album. You can come back later if you want to talk about that, because I don't have an opinion on it either way. I don't care. Then said, "Why you trolling like a bee? Are you tired? Trying to strike a chord? And it's probably A minor." He also raps, "And Baca got a weird case. Why is he around? Certified lover boy, certified pedophiles." And states, "And your homeboy needs subpoenas. That predator moves in flocks." We don't know which homeboy he's talking about, but he said, and your homeboy needs a subpoena. That predator moves in flocks. That name got to be registered and placed on neighborhood watch. We don't know which homeboy it is. I'm not sure why Drake was so desperate to put that jacket on. But I mean, if you say so, Aubrey, I mean, you know yourself better than we do. Drake responded the following day with the Heart Part 6. In the Heart Part 6 lyrics, there Drake doubles down on his statement that one of Lamar's children was fathered by Mr. Free. And why isn't Whitney denying all the allegations? Why is she following Dave Free and not Mr. Morale? Dave leaving heart emojis underneath pics of the child. And like if Dave Free really effed your girl and got her pregnant, talk about breeding resentment. And reiterates, hey Teron, and reiterates his claim of domestic abuse. "I don't want to fight with a woman beater. It feeds your nature." Yeah, because you're a woman, right? So you're saying you don't want to fight a woman beater because you're a girl. Got it. Drake states that he expected the alleged defamatory statements in Not Like Us. "This Epstein angle was the ish I expected." You asked him to do it too. "TikTok videos you collected and dissected." And denies them. "Only effing with Whitney's, not Millie Bobby's. I'd never look twice at no teenager." After we saw him on stage, very much looking twice at a teenager. Got it. The track also contains further reference to violence, including "I'll slit your throat with the razor." And yeah, bullets that I'm stuffing in each chamber, you're in extreme danger. This is the same person in his litigation saying that Kendrick was inciting violence. All right. C. Not Like Us is a massive commercial and artistic success. Lamar is widely perceived to have won the rap feud. Ultimately, I do think Kendrick did come out on the superior end of that quarrel. Boy, they keeping it real proper. Shut the door. You got to stay on topic. If you want to talk about Playboy Cardi, we can maybe do that on another stream. We're going through this document right here. If you got a short attention span, I understand. Come back later. We can say Kendrick has won. The New Yorker article asking, has there ever been as clear a loser as Drake? That's, ooh. Now they're quoting the New Yorker articles. New York Times article noting Lamar's unofficially winning a high profile diss war with Drake. Not Like Us has also been a massive commercial and artistic success. It has been heard or viewed nearly 6 billion times and was the best-selling rap song of 2024. Before we go further, they got another footnote here, number 3. Baca reverts to OVO member Baca Not Nice, who was arrested in 2014 on human trafficking and assault charges. Convicted of assault in 2015. Whoo, child. Deep. It set back to Not Like Us. It set multiple records, including most single-day streams for a rap song in the U.S. The fastest song to reach 300 million Spotify streams. The most streamed song in a 7-day period. Within the first week of its release, Not Like Us debuted at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 list and ranked first on YouTube's weekly top music video charts. This is from July 4th through August 8th of 2024. Okay, now I'm going to get rid of you because you're ignorant and I can't help you. It's not about a bigger picture. It's about staying on topic. If you can't keep up with the stream, I'm going to have to ask you to go. I don't even have to ask you. I'm going to just put you out. Help yourself. So, anywho, these are some numbers. It has maintained its popularity. On October 7th of 2024, Billboard reported that the recording had reached 45.4 million in total audience impressions on radio. It has also been used in over 1,300,000 videos on TikTok. Jesus. Rolling Stone deemed it the biggest moment in music this year. The song, recording, and video of Not Like Us were collectively nominated for 5 Grammy Awards and voted on by over 13,000 music industry peers. Hey, Vet. How you doing? It's our Birmingham beauty. Including Record of the Year, Song of the Year, Best Rap Performance, Best Rap Song, Best Music Video, and won in all 5 categories. The legal standard. This is their argument. To survive a motion to dismiss under Rule 12b-6, a complaint must plead enough facts to state a claim to relief that is plausible on its face. Okay, they start citing other cases, okay? The court can credit only well-pleaded, non-conclusory factual allegations and must disregard legal conclusions. Ashcroft v. Iqbal or whatever. So they citing cases, y'all. Let's skip past that, all the legal stuff. In certain circumstances, the court may permissibly consider documents other than the complaint in ruling on a motion under this Rule 12b-6. And they're citing Roth v. Jennings. I don't know what that is. Such as documents incorporated into the complaint by reference, and matters of which a court may take judicial note. Bellin v. Zucker and Kramer v. Time Warner, baby, they citing all the cases. Drake, is your lawyer okay? The latter category includes the fact that press coverage contains certain information as well as other publicly available documents. They're citing other cases. Okay, listen, y'all killing me with the case law. Courts in this district have observed that there is particular value in resolving defamation claims at the pleading stage so as not to protract litigation through discovery and trial and thereby chill the exercise of constitutionally protected freedoms. That is, in defamation cases, that Rule 12b-6 not only protects against the cost of meritless litigation, but provides assurance to those exercising their First Amendment rights that doing so will not needlessly become prohibitively expensive. So what they're saying, the way I'm understanding it is, what they're claiming, what they're pleading to the court is this needs, these kind of cases are usually taken care of in the pleading stage and not going through the long drawn out process, because it becomes financially exhaustive, and thereby, if people have to spend money in order to have free speech, then that does in a sense prohibit their free speech. I think that's the way I'm taking it. I could be wrong, but I'm not that bright. So, next section, Drake fails to state a claim for defamation. So they're saying there's no claim. Drake, who had no concerns using UMG's platform to publish slurs about Lamar during their rap feud, now claims that Not Like Us is defamatory. These allegations, which are directly aimed at chilling legitimate artist expression safeguarded by the First Amendment and New York law, more case law, are meritless. Drake fails to state a claim for defamation because Not Like Us conveys non-actionable opinion and rhetorical hyperbole, not fact, and because Drake cannot adequately allege that UMG acted with actual malice. To succeed on his defamation claim, Drake must establish 1, a defamatory statement of and concerning the plaintiff, which is not there. 2, publication to a third party. 3, fault. And 4, falsity of the defamatory statement. Special damages or per se actionability. They're stating more case law. Hold on, let's check the footnote. Okay, so their footnote on this one, number 5. Drake contends that the lawsuit is not about the artist who created Not Like Us, and they say nonsense as discussed herein, though this lawsuit is baseless against any target. So they're saying even if he filed against Kendrick, it would be baseless. They said though this lawsuit is baseless against any target, it is plainly about Lamar's lyrics. Drake's repeated insistence to the contrary does not make it so. Instead, it betrays his recognition that his true battle was and is with Lamar. Okay, so back to why they're saying that he don't have a case. Whereas here, the plaintiff is a public figure, he must prove that allegedly defamatory statement was made with actual malice, that is, made with knowledge of its falsity, or with reckless disregard of whether it was false. More case law cited. The alleged defamatory material is non-actionable opinion and rhetorical hyperbole. Oh, child, y'all. To be defamatory, a publication must convey fact, not opinion or rhetorical hyperbole. More case law. Expressions of opinion as opposed to assertions of fact are deemed privileged, and no matter how offensive, cannot be subject of any action for defamation. So that's like if I say that you so ugly that you scared the sugar out of a candy cane, you can't say Shanitra defamed me. That is Shanitra's opinion of your face. Shanitra thinks that you so ugly that your face causes, chemical reactions of some sort. That don't mean that you were defamed. It means that you were insulted. So I get what they're saying here. That's not subject for defamation. Whether a statement is a fact or opinion is a question is a question of law for the court. More case law. To distinguish assertions of facts from non-actionable opinion, New York courts analyze whether the specific language in issue has a precise meaning. So it has to be black and white to the point, no way to twist it. Nobody's there trying to analyze or decipher or decode or interpret. It has to be blunt, black and white. This is what you're saying, is the way I'm getting this. Whether the specific language in issue has a precise meaning which is readily understood. Whether the statements are capable of being proven true or false. Can you prove it's true? Can you prove it's false? 3, whether either the full context of the communication in which the statement appears on the broader social context and surrounding circumstances are such as to signal readers or listeners that what is being read or heard is likely to be opinion, not fact. Meaning that the people hearing it, do the people hearing it realize that it's your opinion, or do they think that you know something? Okay, as a fact, or you're stating it as a fact. At its crux, the question for the court to resolve as a matter of law is what a reasonable person hearing or reading the statement would take it to mean. And they cited more case law. In this assessment, context is key. The Court of Appeals of New York has consistently focused its analysis on the overall context in which the complained of assertions were made. More case law. This includes both the immediate context in which the disputed words appear, as well as the larger context in which the statements were published, including the nature of the particular forum. And the nature of this forum is hip hop, and more notably, diss tracks, in which none of the things are taken as statements of facts. They are indeed opinions, and as they say, hyperbolic statements. Okay, so we're going to get out of their case law and stuff, because they about to kill me with all of the case law. Let's get out of the case law. Because I get what they're litigating, and, that's fine. Let's get out of there. All right. During the making of the video. Wait. Yeah, I think that's where we're at. Okay, we're on the music video. Let's not get past it. Well, I guess we got to read part of this. We can't get out of all of it. Okay. The Second Circuit affirmed, more case law, holding that the district court appropriately considered that the statements at issue were made in the context of a hostile, vulgar, and hyperbolic feud, in which the use of epithets, vulgarities, and hyperbole function as a strong indicator to the reasonable reader that the statement is not expressing or implying any facts. These conclusions apply equally here. Considered in context as required, not like us conveys hyperbole and opinion, not facts. Looking first to its tone, the 4.5 minute rap diss track consists of a series of epithets, fiery rhetoric, and hyperbole. Not surprisingly, given the context, the recording reflects a considerable degree of anger and resentment. True. Vitriolic words pervade the recording to attack all aspects of Drake's life, including his career, authenticity, brand, relationships, and character. Exaggerated imagery in the video reinforces that Not Like Us is not intended to reflect factual analysis. For example, the video opens with Lamar whispering to a clown that he sees dead people, a nod to the film The Sixth Sense, implying hyperbolically that Drake has been defeated in the rap battle. The video also shows Lamar beating an owl piñata with the disclaimer, no OV hoes were harmed during the making of this video, and staring down an owl in a cage. Okay? This imagery reinforces the non-factual nature of Not Like Us. Indeed, no reasonable listener would require a disclaimer that the piñata is not literally Drake and his crew. The imagery is satirical and vitriolic, all of which signals to the audience that the video does not convey sober factual analysis. They got you there, Drake. Likewise, the album image of Drake's Toronto house is obviously doctored, further underscoring the non-factual nature of Not Like Us. Again, no reasonable viewer would believe that the image of Drake's Toronto mansion with 13 sex offender markers is real. The image is hyperbolic and exaggerated, conveying opinion, not fact. Okay? Rejecting claim arising out of magazine's outrageous artwork depicting television minister in a manner that was patently offensive and intended to inflict emotional injury. So that's one of the cases that they're stating to back up their statement. The broader context also reinforces that Not Like Us is non-actionable. Not Like Us did not emerge out of thin air. It was Lamar's culminating diss track in one of the nastiest lyrical warfare rap feuds in recent history. It followed the release of 7 preceding tracks in which Drake and Lamar hurled increasingly vitriolic allegations at each other, including Drake's slurs that Lamar's son was fathered by someone else, and Drake cheats on and physically abuses his fiancee. If ever there was a circumstance for the audience to anticipate the use of epithets, fiery rhetoric, and hyperbole, yeah, this is it. That's true. Moreover, the assessment of the broader context makes clear that Not Like Us relates to well known controversies that Drake himself acknowledged and perpetuated. Okay, so more case law. Statements not actionable consider the overall context in which the statements were made. Something else. Facts and criticism concerning Drake's relationship with minors predate. Now, this is where it starts to get rough, y'all. I want y'all to buckle up and get in here because this is where it starts to get rough. This is where UMG really takes the gloves off. They're taking the gloves off. They're saying that the facts and the criticism, because they're saying that there are facts that you got strange relationships with young people. They're saying that these are facts. And they said that the facts of the matter and the criticism behind it predates Not Like Us. So they're saying it happened, but they was talking about this before Not Like Us. UMG takes the gloves off. Right around page 22, the gloves come off. Facts and criticism concerning Drake's relationship with minors predate Not Like Us and have been widely reported. Jesus, keep me near the cross. Did these clear people just put this in here? Did I just read that? I'm going to read it again because oh Lord, blessed assurance. Facts and criticism concerning Drake's relationships with minors predate Not Like Us and have been widely reported. So now they're going to get into your business because they saying that people been talking about you bothering children. They saying that Kendrick ain't the first person to say that you like to bother children. They saying that the people ain't just saying it, that it's some facts to the fact that you be bothering with children. We just don't know to what extent you was bothering the children, is what they saying. That's what I read. Okay. Noting that Lamar is indicating Drake for years of rumors and speculation around his misbehavior around minors. And that Millie Bobby Brown, Lord, poor Millie Bobby Brown, her name, that girl, you done made it to a lawsuit, baby. Have mercy. That Millie Bobby Brown is one of the things that most people are aware of when it comes to Drake and the rumors around him. She talked about texting with Drake when she was, a minor. Yeah, she was 14. Okay. Notably, Drake himself called on Lamar to invoke these allegations in the tailor-made freestyle released before Not Like Us, in which he had Tupac's AI-generated rap voice that Lamar should talk about Drake liking young girls. Okay? In the Heart Part 6, Drake also affirmed that he understood Lamar's statements in Not Like Us to refer to Millie Bobby Brown controversy, stating the Epstein angle was the ish I expected, and only effing with Whitney's, not Millie Bobby Brown's. I'd never look twice at no teenager. Clearly, Drake himself understands that Lamar's lyrics refer solely to well-known issues. Yeah, because he didn't mention any of the obscure things. He didn't mention anything from the Mark Hotel or anything about that escort service with the escort talking about her little cousin. Well, actually, he's the one who said the little cousin. Well, let me shut up because that ain't in here. But let's read the footnote, y'all. It's getting a little juicy. Hey, news articles covering the video of an adult Drake kissing and fondling a 17-year-old at a concert. Aubrey. How many times did I call your name? Had you left these people alone, this would not be in court documents. Let me get close. News articles covering video of an adult Drake kissing and fondling a 17-year-old at a concert. Merciful Father. News articles covering criticism of an adult Drake's friendship with Millie Bobby Brown when the latter was 14. It has also been widely reported that OVO member Baka Not Nice was arrested in 2014 on human trafficking and assault charges and convicted for assault in 2015. Lamar references this history in Not Like Us. So he referenced your history. He just talked about your history and said, with the lyrics, and Baka's got a weird case. Why is he around? That whole jazz right there. With the fact that Not Like Us was released in the context of a combative and vitriolic rap diss battle, it would be obvious to even the most casual observer that Not Like Us is not an accurate factual assessment offered by a disinterested observer. In sum, the tone and broader context in which Not Like Us was released makes plain that the recording video and album cover convey rhetorical hyperbole and opinion not based on anything beyond the controversies that have been widely acknowledged, including by Drake himself. Drake fails to state an actionable claim for defamation. Have mercy. Y'all hit the like button. Have mercy. This is getting worse. Drake cannot allege that UMG acted with actual malice. Drake's defamation claim fails for the independent reason that as a matter of law, he cannot allege that UMG acted with actual malice. A public figure can only prevail on a defamation claim where clear and convincing evidence proves that a false and defamatory statement was published with actual malice, that is, with deliberate or reckless falsification. The element of actual malice in a defamation claim focuses primarily on what a defendant knew or believed at the time a purportedly false statement was made. Ugh, too much. Let's get this footnote and then we're going to keep reading the rest of the document. This footnote says, Drake alleges that the statement in Lamar's Euphoria, including, "Don't tell no lie about me, and I won't tell truths about you, and I know some ish," imply that any future allegations levied by Lamar against Drake would be based in truth, an undisclosed fact, not rumor or opinion. These statements are plainly too vague to ascribe such context. And Drake omits the full statement in which is that I know some it about a nig that'll make Gunna wanna look like a saint. Okay, so they're saying you didn't even put the whole line in your lawsuit. You're trying to cherry pick and cut stuff off and chop it and screw it to make it fit your claim. You didn't even put the whole line in there. That has nothing to do with this case, but rather refers to the rap artist Gunna, who was criticized for allegedly snitching in a criminal case. That's true. Drake likewise understood this jab in the same way. Rapping on family matters can't be rapping about no ratting that we can't read. So he knew it was about ratting because he said you can't be rapping about no ratting. Okay. Drake again ignores the broader context that both parties traded these sorts of jabs. For example, Drake in Family Matters claim, with respect to his own unfounded allegations, that your darkest secrets are coming to light. He makes similar assertions in The Heart Part 6 rapping, "What about the bones we dug up in that excavation? And why isn't Whitney denying all of the allegations?" He did say those corny things. He said it. Now, they're saying to survive a motion to dismiss, and basically for this not to be dismissed, a defamation plaintiff must allege specific facts that plausibly that plausibly evidence actual malice in a clear and convincing manner. Courts recognize that in certain circumstances, such as works of fiction, parody, and satire, the actual malice inquiry must focus on what the publisher subjectively intended to convey. For example, where the speaker intends his statements as outrageous, parodies, or caricatures, there may be no consciousness that the speaker is publishing something false because the speaker does not think he is publishing a statement of fact. So it's like, I'm not lying because I didn't tell these people this was the truth. I'm just saying what I'm saying because it's a parody, or it's as they've said 1,000 times, hyperbole and vitriol and insults. Right? Good point. And therefore lacks subjective knowledge of or recklessness as to the falsification of a statement of fact required to show malice. Okay. So they're saying you just your claims and your filing and your defamation case, it just doesn't have the bones. So to here, there is no basis for a claim that any person at UMG had the subjective intent to publish false factual statements about Drake. UMG released a rap diss track conveying fiery rhetoric and insults, not factual assessments, and much less false ones. UMG engaged in the same conduct when it distributed Drake's Family Matters, in which Drake rapped that Lamar engages in domestic abuse and is not the father of his son. Much like parody and satire, hyperbole, exaggeration, and insults are endemic in rap, particularly in diss tracks. Rappers know that their lyrics are exaggerated and non-factual. That is part of the craft. The actual malice question is therefore what UMG intended to convey. And Drake has not alleged any specific facts plausibly evidencing in a clear and convincing manner that anyone at UMG intended to convey or indeed believe that the public would understand, not like us, as conveying anything other than what it was, an incendiary diss track. Y'all, UMG is not, they're not going to let him get by with this. We got more case law and stuff. That's fine. The next footnote they're putting out, the Drake is obviously has made obviously non-factual claims about himself in his own music, including that he has connection to organized crime and has been involved in mob hits. So now they swinging it that now this is where I think the warning and the love tap is, because they're mentioning in this footnote that according to you in your music, you claim you got mob ties, and you're claiming that you've been involved in mob hits. You bragged about the death of XXX Tentacion, Little Jase. You claimed, trading Louis bags for body bags and putting stuff on people's heads and stuff. Like you've been talking real fly about what you do. And then they posted his lyrics. F with the mob and I got ties. Lot of ties. Knock you off to pay their ties. So you're bragging about paying people to take somebody's life because we know that you coochie. Hey, Ashley Kane, we know you coochie as a Massengill commercial. We know that about you. We know what you do when you feel not so fresh. So are we to take your statements with you bragging about the death of that young man as the facts too? Is that the facts too, Aubrey? I'm just asking. Bianca saying now he want to call out someone else's lyrics. He mad that he have to eat them words now. What he better hope is that the judge don't spin the block on that XXX Tentacion murder case, and then he have to answer for them other lyrics. Since he want lyrics in the courtroom so bad, I hope and pray that there is a just judge on the bench and they bring in his lyrics where he's bragging about paying to have that child's life taken. Because I believe he did it. And you can't sue me because I'm not saying it's true. I'm simply saying that I believe you. You said you did it. I believe you. Since now we're coming to court with lyrics and you believe everything that Kendrick is saying, and you think that everybody believes every word in a rap song, then I absolutely believe that you paid to take that man's life, that young man's life. Now, I believe it. Bianca said, I'm sure they will. I sure hope so. Hey, DS, you back? So listen, let's keep going. Let's keep going. As with other criminal statutes, the fact that second-degree harassment is included in the penal law giving police officers the ability to enforce its provisions means that a private right of action is inconsistent with the legislative scheme. Courts therefore routinely hold that this subsection or whatever do not create private right of action. Okay, let's get on down. Even if this statute did have a private right of action, the harassment claim would fail. The statute requires that UMG act with intent to harass, annoy, or alarm Drake, to alarm Drake. New York penal law, whatever this subsection is, but at most, Drake merely asserts an intent to devalue Drake's music and brand in order to gain leverage in negotiations, which is not an intent to harass Drake. Yeah, he's not even wording right what he wants to say. So he's claiming that there's a conspiracy, but that's not harassment. Dang. Did he pay his lawyer? Or did he like promise them a feature or something? Why would they let him file that stupid? Let me be quiet. And regardless, this allegation is speculative, conclusory, and illogical. Now they say you ain't got no sense. Drake does not even attempt to explain how a contract with Drake would be more profitable for UMG if Drake was devalued. So they're saying if we devalue you intentionally, how do we get money? How do we get paid off of that? They're saying that that's a stupid assertion. If we devalue you and now people like you less, that means we make less money off of you. We're in the business of making money. How do we benefit from not making money off of you? Listen, Drake, if you paid your lawyer, get your money back. If you paid your lawyer, get your money back because they played you and they took your cash. Nobody should have let you file something this stupid. Dang. After all, any decreased leverage would presumably come from decreased revenues and thus decreased profits. Moreover, Drake's allegations are contradicted by his allegations that UMG had the opposite incentive with respect to re-signing Lamar. Have mercy. Drake's lawyer just took his money. Makeup artist said, LMAO, not legal advice for a promise of a feature. I'm telling you, it's got to be that. Lala say he pulling at straws. I believe it. This is crazy. Furthermore, this subsection that they're stating does not proscribe pure speech, which is what is at issue here. Indeed, if the subsection did proscribe speech, then it would be struck down. The New York Court of Appeals has invalidated multiple laws that purport to criminalize harassing speech. And they state the case law. Okay? Wow. Ooh-wee. I need him to get his money back. Next, even if Drake could surmount these obstacles, his claim would still fail because he cannot meet the constitutional test for incitement in any event. Tracy said the lawyers may have tried to talk him out of, and he insisted and wanted to file. You're right. Maybe they tried to talk him out of it. I would have withdrawn from the case. You wouldn't have put my name on this foolishness. This is foolishness. Oh my. Under the First Amendment, incitement can be proscribed only where the speech is directed to inciting or producing imminent lawless action and is likely to incite or produce such action. There are two requirements. The speech must be both intended to produce and likely to produce imminent disorder. Neither is satisfied. First, even accepting Drake's nonsensical theory that UMG wanted to devalue his brand, Drake never alleges that UMG specifically intended to cause violence against him, and any such allegation would be utterly implausible. Second, the lyrics of Not Like Us are not likely to incite or produce imminent lawless action, or even qualify as speech which alarms or seriously annoys. It is a rap diss track. Drake attempts to contort violent metaphors in the lyrics into incitement, like the sound of someone being beaten up, and recording repeats wop 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 wop, which he did put that in his paperwork, which I couldn't believe that Drake's lawyer actually wrote the lyrics wop 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 as a call to violence against him. Like, oh my God, he went straight Karen. But as explained above, hyperbolic and metaphorical language is par for the course in diss tracks. Indeed, Drake's own diss track employed imagery at least as violent, such as gunshot sounds. So how does he weigh out gunshot sounds against somebody using their mouth to say wop, wop, wop? I'm not sure how you put that together. Hey, Lena, pretty brown eyes. This is something. I'm in shock that he even went forward with this. This is stupid. Okay, at least as violent, such as gunshot sounds. In his lyrics, you're dead, there's nowhere to hide, I'll slit your throat with the razor. Yeah, bullets that I'm stuffing in each chamber, you're in extreme danger. That sounds pretty violent to me, if words matter. Apparently, he's allowed to make claims that are hyperbolic and vitriolic. He can say you're beating people and your child ain't yours, and I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna slit your throat, you're dead, nowhere to hide, bullets in chambers, gunshots. But if Kendrick says wop, 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 that's a call to violence, and we should all be concerned. I hope we can all see how stupid that is. In short, as with his defamation claim, Drake seeks to chill a form of artistic expression that he himself has embraced and made money off of and exploited. Don't forget exploited. Courts have rejected far stronger claims of imminent lawless action than rap diss track lyrics. And they cited another case. Have mercy. Finally, Drake fails to allege because he cannot. Hey, Amanda K. Finally, Drake fails to allege because he cannot that UMG acted with no legitimate purpose in publishing and promoting Not Like Us. The phrase no legitimate purpose means the absence of a reason or justification to engage someone other than to hound, frighten, intimidate, or threaten. Here, Drake expressly alleges that UMG's motives with respect to Not Like Us were financial, seemingly recognizing his deficiency. Drake alleges that while its initial motive was financial, UMG lost any legitimate purpose to continue its course of conduct in the face of Drake's public and private denials. But this is a cursory legal conclusion. Drake's denials about the song have nothing to do with whether UMG's motives were solely to hound, frighten, intimidate, or threaten, which is what would have to be present for this to be harassment. Which by Drake's own admissions, they were not, because he never claimed that, but he's saying they harassed him. But those elements need to be present. Next section. Drake fails to state a claim under New York law. Finally, Drake purports to bring a claim under New York General Business Law, subsection 349, which he asserts UMG violated by covertly financially incentivizing third parties to play, stream, and promote the recording, and then by making materially false and misleading representations of the recording's popularity to consumers. These allegations are entirely bogus, but in all events, fail to state a claim. To state a subsection 349 claim, the plaintiff must allege that 1, the defendant's conduct was consumer-oriented. 2, the defendant's act or practice was deceptive or misleading in a material way. 3, the plaintiff suffered an injury as a result of the deception. The centerpiece of this claim was the utterly false assertion that UMG used bots to stream, not like us. Drake based his theory on the claim that an anonymous individual alleged on a Twitch stream. Y'all remember that on Academic Stream when that anonymous clear young boy came on and claimed that for $2,500 he bought it, not like us. And then even Academics was like, yeah, he lying. Everybody knew he was lying, but Drake put it in his lawsuit anyway, because that's the kind of guy he is. Okay. Then said that the anonymous individual alleged that on a Twitch stream that Kendrick Lamar's label Interscope paid him via third parties to use bots to achieve 30 million streams on Spotify in the initial days following the Not Like Us release. But this claim was then directly refuted by the very source that Drake cites. Akatiti. And in the Twitch stream, the anonymous speaker, already a dubious source, claims that he was hired by Anthony Saleh, who is Kendrick Lamar's manager. UMG Interscope are never accused. Critically, after UMG notified Drake's counsel of the falsity of Drake's allegations via Rule 11 letter and accompanying Rule 11 motion, Drake conceded the falsity and agreed to withdraw and correct the meritless allegation. See Declaration of Rollin A. Ransom. I don't know what that is. So this is some more of that case stuff. Despite this concession, okay, let's stop right here. So they said that's false. They verified that was false. And they verified his lawyers of it via a Rule 11 letter and an accompanying Rule 11 motion. He conceded that it was a lie. So you admitted it was a lie, agreed to withdraw that part of the claim and correct it because it was a meritless allegation. And then, despite the concession, this is the next thing we're reading. Despite the concession, Drake has refused to actually amend the complaint to withdraw. Wow, to withdraw the admittedly false allegation until after UMG files this motion to dismiss. So you knew it was false. You conceded that it was false after you got the Rule 11 letter and the Rule 11 motion. You said, okay, I admit that that's false. That's a lie. I'm going to take it out. And you still have not done so. You've admitted it's a lie and you still refuse to remove it. Bet. What is left of the subsection 349 claim, after subtracting the bogus stream manipulation theory, is equally spurious. As an initial matter, all of the remaining allegations are made on information and belief, without stating the basis thereof. Drake has also received information that UMG engaged in a classic pay-for-play scheme by paying to increase the airplay of the recording on the radio. On information and belief, UMG employed a similar scheme by paying social media influencers to promote and endorse the recording and video. Y'all remember all that? Those claims that he was making. Moreover, the subsection 349 requires the plaintiff to allege that he suffered an injury as a result of the deception. Yet, now that artificial streaming is out, Drake does not assert that any of UMG's other supposedly deceptive conduct injured him, save for punitive misstatements concerning the popularity of Not Like Us on the radio. Ooh. This is a lot. Plaintiff was separately injured as a direct and proximate result of defendant's deceptive acts and practices on the radio industry, because every time the recording was played, Drake lost the opportunity for one of his songs to be played. So that was the argument he made. So that means if Not Like Us was playing, then that means that one of his songs couldn't play. So does that also mean if Rihanna was playing, one of his songs couldn't play? Or if Lil Nas X was playing, one of his songs couldn't play? Does it also mean that if the City Girls was playing, one of his songs couldn't play? You see how stupid that sounds? That makes no sense. But all these allegations are insufficient. First, there is no consumer-oriented conduct. The deceptive act Drake alleges that UMG marketed the recording as chart-topping despite knowing that it had paid third parties, including radio stations, to play and promote the recording. But his complaint alleges only that UMG marketed Not Like Us as chart topping on its website for licensing on television and film. Statements aimed at the television and film industry concerning licensing rather than consumers are not consumer oriented. That's true. No consumer oriented conduct when deception was directed solely at persons interested in obtaining licenses for the operation of taxicabs or not taxi consumers. And so this is some case law stuff. I ain't studying that. Moving along. Second, Drake does not allege that this statement was deceptive or misleading in a material way. Drake never alleges, nor could he, that Not Like Us would not have been chart topping had it not been for alleged payments at issue. Hold on. Nor does he include any allegations as to why the chart topping claim would be material in any event. Third, Drake's allegations of injury and causation are lacking. Drake's theory that every time the recording was played, Drake lost an opportunity for one of his songs to be played is wildly speculative and not cognizable. Because it's crazy. But I guess they can't say that. Nor does Drake allege that any lost radio opportunities were the result of any supposed UMG misstatements about the song's popularity, which means that he does not allege any injury that is a result of the deception at issue. For all of these reasons, Drake's subsection 349 claim fails. Conclusion. Thank you, Lord. For all of the foregoing reasons, plaintiff's complaint should be dismissed with prejudice. Don't bring it back no more. And it's dated. You got the judge and everybody that's involved in it and all that good stuff. Okay, so that's what we got, y'all. This was a lot. All I'm going to say about this is Aubrey should not have filed this case. Because now we got UMG putting in court documents why it was perfectly reasonable for Kendrick Lamar to say what he said. It was perfectly reasonable for him to use already controversial scandals that were already out about you. Like, they really swung that back around. They even went and got your lyrics and addressed the fact that you claim to have mob ties and have paid tithes to get a hit on somebody, as you say, paying to, get somebody knocked off. So then, by your assertion, if we got to take Kendrick's words as true or start screaming defamation, then are we to take what you said as the truth? Are you admitting, that you had something to do with the death of Triple X? Are you admitting possibly that some of those, straight stunting models, that you had something to do with them too? Did you pay tithes to get them bumped off because of your mob ties? Like, what else are we to believe about your lyrics, Aubrey? These people are like letting you know that it's enough out there on you that you can't say defamation. You can't. You can't. Calls to violence when your track has gunshots, but wop, wop, wop is where you draw the line? Are you okay, Aubrey? I'll slit your throat with the razor? Wop, wop, wop? Bullets in the chamber? Wop, wop, wop? Listen, at this point, I feel as though Aubrey should just pack it up. That's how I feel. At this point, Aubrey, pack it up. Because I don't know, I really don't know how your lawyers can help you. If they did advise you not to file this and you filed it anyway, I'm not sure why you didn't listen to your legal counsel, because this is stupid. This is stupid. Okay? Auntie Eva say he definitely should not have filed. I agree. DS says he bit the hand that fed him. Agreed. Lucian has fed him a lot. Quiet Storm says Don't he got a song called Knife Talk? I don't listen to his music. Y'all know I absolutely hate and despise that person. Everything about him gives me bleeding hemorrhoids. Blood of Jesus. Where are my mods? Are y'all okay? Hey, Sabra. Why y'all letting this slide? Too much going on there. But in any event, yeah, like this, all I can say is he should not have engaged. He should not have engaged. This lawsuit is dangerous. Thank you, DS. He should not have engaged because at this point, UMG is not playing nice. They are not hitting you with kid gloves. They mean everything they're saying. And now the court has to consider whether it was reasonable for someone who saw you, according to UMG and those court documents, touching and fondling a 17-year-old on stage while you was grown, whether it would be reasonable for somebody to make hyperbolic statements about that in a rap diss. Weird, really weird. Mm, mm, mm. So yeah, y'all, that's what's in the court documents. We had to go ahead and go through them and read them. Um, I would say I enjoyed it. Um, but it was really cringy. It was a lot. It was really cringy. Um, I would say, those of y'all who like Drake, say a prayer for him. I won't be. I can promise you that I will not be adding him to my prayer list, but feel free to add him to yours. Now, y'all, we may come back later because we got some RHOA stuff to do, some other little stuff coming out. Jonathan Major's got a little stuff going on. He got a little something going on. So we might be back a little bit later. Don't hold me to it, but I'm going to try. But y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Thank y'all for being here. You know what time it is. If you didn't hit the like button on the way in, please hit the like button on the way out. Hit your notification bell. Click all so you'll know every time we go live. If you're someone who's hit the notification bell and you don't get notifications, unclick it and click it again and then hit all and see if that will get your notifications back running. I will tell y'all this. If they send notifications and you don't hit them and use them and come to the channel, then they will stop sending them. I do know that. Thank you so much, Sandy and Lena Pretty Brown Eyes. And also subscribe if you have not already because we're happy to have you here. Also, if you want to join channel membership, there's a membership button beneath the video and a link in the description box, okay? So listen, y'all, get back to your day. Be positive, be productive. Encourage someone else, encourage yourself. And remember, in case no one else tells you, God loves you, I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Bye. Hey, Lulu's little girl. Bye, y'all.